Good morning, everyone. Today, Deputy Chief Rob Johnson will be providing an update on plans for the Toronto Caribbean Carnival Grand Parade and how we're ensuring a safe and happy long weekend. Following the remarks, the Deputy Chief will be available to take a few questions. Deputy Chief?
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here today. This weekend marks the start of the 2025 Toronto Caribbean Carnival, one of the city's most vibrant and celebrated cultural events. We're expecting large crowds throughout the city, particularly along the parade route and the waterfront. We want everyone to enjoy the festivities safely and responsibly. To support that, the Toronto Police Service will have an increased and visible presence across the city. Our officers will be focused on crowd and traffic management, engaging with the community and ensuring public safety throughout the weekend. We've also implemented a number of safety measures, including hostile vehicle mitigation, to help protect large gatherings and pedestrian spaces. We understand that major events may also draw demonstrations. The service respects the right to peacefully protest, but that right must be exercised in a way that does not jeopardize public safety or interfere with the lawful enjoyment of the weekend by others. In the evenings, we anticipate significant activity in and around nightclubs and restaurants, especially in the downtown core and along the waterfront. We'll have dedicated resources in place during those hours to help maintain safety and respond quickly to any incidences. As always, we encourage both residents and visitors to approach officers with any questions or concerns. We're here to help, and we want everyone to have a safe, respectful, and enjoyable Carnival weekend. Thank you, and I'll take a few questions. Yeah, so I'll just correct. We had Pride since then, and we were prepared for that. So we have a number of strategies in place to make sure that the community is kept safe. There's vehicle mitigation strategies. Our staffing is addressed to make sure we have enough officers there to be able to respond as needed. And we're pretty confident working with our city partners, other stakeholders, and agencies to ensure that it's a safe weekend. Yeah, so we'll have strategies in place. There's different type of vehicles and specific equipment that will help us block off routes that vehicles can take to harm pedestrians or people using the streets. Physical barriers, yeah, and it can come in a number of different types of equipment. There's specific equipment designed for vehicle mitigation, but we can also use larger vehicles like buses and trucks, et cetera, even our police vehicles, to make sure that that we can divert that.
Is there anything unique to Carnival and people come from the United States, for example, from different places? Is there anything unique about this festival?
Well, it's a large event. I think it's the largest in North America, and it's one that we've celebrated for decades in this city. And what's unique about it is everybody has a good time, and we have people from all over, all over the country and frankly the world that come here to celebrate it. So it's unique because it draws so many people. Yeah, listen, anytime you're in public space where there's a lot of people, you got to be mindful of where you're around. Make sure that, if you have children with you, that you keep them in sight, and your personal belongings. Just use, some common sense strategies to make sure that you don't lose your phone. Don't have it hanging out of your pocket. Put it somewhere where it's safe, and just be mindful of where you are and who's around you. Yeah, thank you, Beatrice. There's no credible threat to this event, but we're always diligent to make sure that we are aware of that potential. And we plan for that. We will work with the organizers to make sure that the response is appropriate. But I want to emphasize, the hope that everybody will respect the great festival that this is, and to allow it to happen peacefully and safely for those that are involved.
Challenges that the nature of enhancing community's presence in nightclubs and other late night establishments is the states to celebrate.
Yeah, we run a deployment in the downtown core Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all year round, and so our officers, are well prepared to deal with that. But there is an increased number of people that are going to use these facilities, so we've staffed up accordingly to make sure that we're able to respond as quick as possible should something occur. Yeah, listen, I think the carnival itself obviously draws a lot of attention, but this is a large city that, we have daily impacts for a number of events that occur, and we're able to deploy our personnel based on the priority and the intelligence and information that we have. But we're nimble enough to make sure that if something does pop up, we can send officers to respond and provide, make sure that, safety is the primary concern and dealt with.
On busy nights in Toronto, 911 will wait times for delayed responses can occur. Is there any changes happening to 911? Anything you can tell people about that?
Yeah, I want to reassure the public that we really try our best to make sure that we can answer those calls appropriately. There's the call coming into our comms, and then our officers that then get dispatched to those events. So it's a complicated sort of a formula to make sure that when somebody calls the police that they attend. And I can reassure the public that we are staffed appropriately. What happens sometimes at some of these events is you get multiple callers calling in for one incident, and each one of those things have to be answered. And that causes a challenge. So we're looking at strategies, not only staffing, but technology that will hopefully help with that in the future. As always, we hope that, we don't have delays, and we are working actively to try to reduce that.
One more question? Thank you, Deputy.
Thank you very much. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you.